r/askreddit. Every sexual fantasy you've ever had just came true. How does your life change? Most of all, I'd probably be searching for a new job because things with my boss would get pretty weird. 8-year-old account, and this is the first comment you decide to post. This comment made me burst out laughing while on the toilet. Thank you. Well, I probably just died from dehydration, so there's that. Sorry, that was one of my fantasies. My bad. Death by snoo snoo. And so, Pierce Hawthorne died as he lived. A lot of them are mutually exclusive. The world has a runtime error and breaks. Suddenly the world starts again. And it's running Microsoft Bob. I'm curious how that can be. Can you give an example of a conflict? I have more children than Genghis Khan and I probably have several illnesses. Can't catch an STD if you've already got them all. Doesn't matter, had sex. I should change the bed sheets. And carpets, countertops, and, well, is there any surface that wouldn't need a thorough cleaning? Now there are several more women disappointed in my sexual prowess. Relax. They know. Even in your own fantasies you aren't good? Well, Star Destroyers exist. So that's big. Ah yes, I too want to fuck a Star Destroyer. Edit. This is officially my most upvoted post of all time. I don't know whether to be proud or disappointed. You will tighten the restraints and lock the door. That's a lot of fucking. At least they were all smoking hot. Tell me more. Capital I. They said all the sexual fantasies you've ever had. You've never looked at someone and thought about what it would be like to fuck and then shuddered? Cause I think that counts. All my lemons will be stolen. Goddamn lemon stealing whores. Alexandra Daddario is left wondering. It can't get any worse, right? There is dicks in her butt, her coochie, her mouth, her eyes, her ears, someone's rubbing their balls on her foot. And there's a line for all of those positions as far as the eye can see. The good news for you guys, the Citadel exists, FTL is possible, and Aseri as a race find humans sexually irresistible. The bad news for you guys, they all have penises and domination fetishes. Where's the bad news? I fail to see how this is bad news. I'm no longer a lonely virgin. I'm only lonely now. My balls have been drained so thoroughly that they can never function again. At some point it's just a flag that comes out with the word bang on it. Edit. Thank you kind stranger for the silver. Worth it, 100% worth the pain? Absolutely. I'd need a throwaway to answer this. Edit. To those asking me to link, wouldn't that defeat the purpose? Rotful. Get the throwaway. Otherwise I won't answer. Haiku by Void Kampf. I'd be married, pregnant, in a mosh pit wearing clown makeup. Hey, it's me, a clown husband baby daddy. Throw in a bit of meth and Fago and you're all set to attend gathering of the juggalos. I walk real funny and my jaw aches for weeks. Also, my personal trainer and my husband will not be able to look each other in the eye, or will high five each other every time they see each other, IDK. The simplicity of this makes it so much more fun. Somehow this is the hottest comment so far. It's the simple things. Christmas just became a lot more awkward. Nobody. Pornhub. Stepsister blows me under the Christmas tree while the family watches. I get hugged by my crush and we go get an ice cream. I guess I would be a bit happier person after that. You dirty whore. By far the worst degenerate in this thread. Honestly, it probably changes for the worse. I'd have to think a lot about the moral implications of my sexual fantasies. Are they coming true because some random famous person and I just happen to meet and they're actually attracted to me? Because I ran into the cute girl from high school at the local grocery and we started flirting? Or do they just show up in my bedroom very horny and very confused? Do they get a real choice? Do I get a real choice? Also, what about the people who aren't attracted to women who are now just fucking me? Did I just interfere with a core part of their identity because of my new great and terrible power? And that doesn't even touch on some of the fantasies that are only fantasies because I probably definitely wouldn't actually enjoy them physically. On a lighter note, thanks for making me instantly think about which fantasy I'd most want if I could somehow make one come true without it being questionable. Really enjoying this big orgy of all my favorite Avengers plus Cheryl Theron that I've cooked up in my head. The orgy of what? Does it count if I'm not in them? Cause most of mine are from fictional characters. Fuck those spiders, Ron, right, and they're arachnogenous. I don't think I have any that don't involve fictional characters. Man, half of these comments are either depressing or just strange. You guys have quite the imagination. My fantasy is just having someone to love. Who is a fictional furry character and lots of knotting would be involved. I'm probably nearly dead, goddamn kinky MF. Or someone else's. Ha, same. So many kinky fetishes end in a lol. I'd actually die from that if it really happened, if all my sexual fantasies became real. That's a loot of dead people. I'd have a lot of physical damage and probably died a few times. But I'd also have been cybernetically reconstructed, so it's fine really. Jeffrey Dean Morgan owes me a fuckload in child support. Is that the Pa Winchester, Denny Duquette, or Edward Blake comedian version? Ever? Like everything I ever thought of as a teenager, every fantasy society I've inserted myself into, and every passing intrusive thought of a vaguely sexual nature, all at the same time? Well, being a bisexual switch who went through a number of phases with different preferences for gender, power imbalance, and less orthodox things, the only logical conclusion is the birth of the multiverse. This is now my favorite creation myth. I go to jail. Do you get caught in your fantasies? Or is your fantasy to be in jail? Too many fantasies? Jail. Too few fantasies? Also jail. Boring fantasies? Right to jail. I'm now not a virgin anymore. You slut, I bet you shower naked. I'm dead, broken, exhausted, and require plastic surgery to get the smile off my face. I have a sexual fantasy of banging Op's mom because she raised a good boy. I have sexual fantasy of banging Op because his mom raised a good boy. I'm now a pregnant male with the children of Watto from Star Wars. Garfield and Benedict Cumberbatch have a family, and Pokemon are real and eat each other's asses. What the fuck? I'm in a white van driven by my boyfriend. Don't ask. CNC kidnapping? Not the worst I've heard. Monster generals everywhere for everyone. Monster guys too for the girls. I'm a dragon, and that about sums it up. Are dragons fugginkers? My wife might not be happy about some of it. Mine can't stand to see me happy, either. Sorry, OP. In my fantasies we don't talk afterwards, and you'd have turned into a giant pizza. I am suddenly able to shift. I basically become an incubus succubus. And can seduce anyone. And I'm in incredible shape. And get to sleep with a lot of people I know who don't really like or know each other, but happen to be having sex together, so that's fun. I'm exhausted for months stuck in some very strange post-apocalyptic wasteland with all kinds of freaky shit. I've been transported to the 90s, made sweet love to Keanu Reeves, dominated Trent Reznor, and got lucky with a conveniently bisexual Winona Ryder. Also I'm like way hotter than I actually am and at least a few inches taller with bigger boobs. Now pressing F to pay respects to your dead inbox full of thirsty messages from desperate people. My boyfriend fugs me without me suggesting it. Like yeah I get he wants to know I consent but like I don't want to have to say let's fuck while we're making out. I just want a seamless session. Not a 3-minute awkward pause. Oh, and for him to be on top. I'd be married to the same woman I have been. Found the guy who shares a Reddit account with his partner. Unless he's married to Jill, of course. Every guy has dated a Jill and sees Jill from time to time even after they're married. I have a harem of video game girls. All of them are lesbians though. As a male, this does nothing for me but still. I now live with about 20 hot lesbians. So I'm fine with this. So, your sexual fantasies don't involve you having sex in any way? Cute Morgana suffocated in a wall. I have someone to snuggle with. I'm not sure how to explain it in detail, so I'll summarize it in a few words. FBI open up. I'd be dead, my body dismembered and scattered in the woods somewhere. That's not a joke either.